Welcome back to the channel, and all those curious about the hidden treasures sitting right in your pocket change. Today, we're going deep into the world of Australia's smallest but mightiest coins, the 10-cent and 5-cent pieces. Don't let their size fool you. Some of these coins are worth much more than their face value. In fact, a select few are climbing in dollar value in the modern collector's market and being fiercely sought after by enthusiasts across the globe. These little silver-colored coins might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but to the passionate numismatist, they represent history, rarity, and in many cases, pure profit. So whether you've got a stash of coins at home or you're just starting your collecting journey, you'll want to pay very close attention. The most valuable 10 and 5-cent coins in Australia could be closer than you think, and today, we're going to reveal them all. Let's get started. First up, the 1967 Australian 10-cent piece. Though it might seem like an ordinary silver coin at first glance, this unassuming treasure carries within it a rich historical story, striking design elements, and the kind of silent collector demand that turns ordinary coin holders into extraordinary fortune seekers. In circulated condition, it still maintains an undeniable allure, and for the right collector, it could be the beginning of a journey towards substantial wealth. Let's explore the full story, its majestic design, accurate specifications, current market power, and why it's quietly rising as one of Australia's most desirable decimal-era coins. The 1967 10-cent coin arrived during the formative years of Australia's decimal revolution, just 1 year after the nation officially switched from pounds, shillings, and pence to dollars and cents. This transition wasn't just about changing coinage. It was about modernizing the economic identity of a young and ambitious nation. The 10-cent coin, minted from 1966 onwards, played a foundational role in this transformation. But the 1967 edition holds a special place in this historical moment as it was part of the first wave of full-year decimal production, solidifying the new monetary system into the hands of Australians across the country. What makes the 1967 10-cent coin so remarkable is its stunning reverse design, crafted by one of the most celebrated coin designers in Australian history, Stuart Devlin, a royal goldsmith renowned for his exquisite attention to detail. On the reverse side, we see a beautifully intricate representation of a male lyrebird, its tail feathers fanned out in full regalia. This bird, native to Australia, is famed for its mimicry and showmanship, and it symbolizes both national pride and the rich biodiversity of the land. The design is not only breathtaking in its detail, but also perfectly suited to the circular form of the coin. Even in circulated condition, many of these coins retain visible feather lines, sharp edges around the bird's tail, and the flowing sense of motion that Devlin so expertly captured. On the obverse, the 1967 10-cent coin bears the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin. This was the first decimal portrait used on Australian coinage, and it remains one of the most beloved and iconic. The Queen is depicted facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a subtle yet stately tribute to the crown. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II, Australia 1967, elegantly connecting Australia's new currency era with its royal heritage. Even in circulated coins, this side often holds up remarkably well, especially in coins stored away from heavy abrasion. From a technical standpoint, the 1967 10-cent coin carries robust and enduring specifications. It has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, a thickness of 2.00 millimeters, and a mass of 5.65 grams. It was struck in copper-nickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a bright silvery appearance and resistance to corrosion. The edge is reeded, and the coin's solid construction allows it to withstand circulation remarkably well. Its weight and feel in hand, along with its delicately engraved design, give the coin a strong presence despite its small size. Now, let's talk about the dollar value and collector market for this hidden gem. While the 1967 10-cent coin was issued in large numbers, very few have survived in top-grade condition, especially after decades of circulation. Coins in standard circulated condition like the one we're focusing on today can fetch between $1 and $5 Australian dollars, depending on the level of wear and detail visible. But if you happen to find one in high-end circulated or lightly toned condition, that number can jump to $10 to $20 AUD. However, the real treasure lies in coins graded as uncirculated, UNC, or mint state, MS64, MS66, where clean surfaces, full design sharpness, and original luster are intact. Such coins can sell for $50 to 120 Australian dollars. And if a coin is professionally graded and free of contact marks, collectors might pay as much as $200 or more, especially when bundled with other early decimal coins from the 1960s. Rare errors, like clipped planchets, broad strikes, or double die varieties, have been known to soar into the hundreds or even thousands depending on the severity and eye appeal of the error. So, why is this little silver coin whispered about as a millionaire maker among dedicated numismatists? Because history shows that the most valuable coin collections are built not just on rare one-offs, but on early, high-quality, foundational pieces, and the 1967 10-cent coin is exactly that. Those who collected these coins in excellent or uncirculated condition decades ago are now sitting on valuable holdings. And as the numismatic world continues to grow in popularity, fueled by online auctions, social media coin influencers, and international interest in Commonwealth currencies, the value of these base decimal coins is poised to soar even higher. The 1967 10-cent coin is also increasingly seen as a legacy piece, often passed from generation to generation as a symbol of Australia's modern beginning. As Queen Elizabeth II era draws to a close and King Charles III coins begin to take their place, coins from her early reign are gaining historical and sentimental importance. This emotional and cultural value further adds to the demand, as collectors aim to preserve not just coins, but memories and milestones that shaped the nation. The 1967 Australian 10-cent coin, even in circulated condition, is far more than meets the eye. It's a stunning fusion of art, history, and economic evolution. Its timeless lyrebird design, royal connection, and enduring physical structure make it a core piece in any serious Australian collection. And with growing demand, market recognition, and rarity in pristine states, it just might be the hidden silver star that leads you to a fortune. So check your change, scan your drawers, and open that old family coin tin, because that little silver 10-cent piece from 1967 could be your first step toward a millionaire journey in the world of coins. Next up, the 2017 Australian 10-cent coin. Though it might seem recent, this coin is already gaining quiet traction among collectors due to its exceptional design continuity, limited mintages in certain editions, and its increasing scarcity in excellent condition. If you've stumbled upon this shimmering silver piece in excellent condition, you could very well be holding on to a future powerhouse in Australian decimal coinage, a coin that might one day be worth a small fortune or even be the start of a millionaire's collection. Let's dive into the story behind the 2017 10-cent coin, a seemingly modest piece that holds far more than its face value. In 2017, Australia continued the tradition of issuing circulating decimal coinage that had begun over 5 decades earlier. The 10-cent coin, while small, is steeped in national symbolism, featuring the lyrebird, an elegant and mythical creature native to the Australian bush. This bird, known for its elaborate plumage and uncanny ability to mimic sounds, serves as a proud emblem of Australia's unique wildlife. Designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, this reverse artwork has stood the test of time. In fact, it remains one of the most beautiful and enduring designs in Australian numismatics. In 2017, it still looked just as bold, sharp, and intricate as it did in its 1966 debut, making it a truly timeless feature of the Australian currency system. Now, take a closer look at the reverse side of the coin. The male lyrebird is portrayed with its tail feathers fanned out in a captivating, almost theatrical display. Even in a standard circulation strike, the depth and detail of this engraving are incredible. In excellent condition, the fine lines on the lyrebird's tail remain crisp and defined, with clear ridges and stunning dimensionality. This is no generic animal sketch. It's a celebration of nature, carved into metal, preserved for generations. The reverse design isn't just artistic. It's a tribute to Australia's heritage and biodiversity, elegantly positioned on one of the nation's smallest coin denominations. Flip the coin to the obverse, and you'll see the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy, used from 1999 through to the end of Queen Elizabeth's reign, is instantly recognizable and respected across the globe. The Queen is depicted facing right, adorned with the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, an iconic symbol of monarchy and continuity. Around the edge, the inscription reads Elizabeth II Australia 2017, grounding this coin in its era. Coins in excellent condition from 2017 often show full facial detail, a clean field, and pronounced rim beading, features that make them stand out in the numismatic crowd. From a technical standpoint, the 2017 10-cent coin maintains the precise specifications of its predecessors. It has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, a thickness of 2.00 millimeters, and a weight of 5.65 grams. It's composed of copper-nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable and silvery alloy that resists wear and corrosion. The reeded edge adds not just visual appeal, but a tactile finish that reinforces its premium quality. With such balanced specifications, this coin sits comfortably in your palm with a satisfying feel that belies its small size and modest face value. But let's move to what every collector is eager to know: value, demand, and investment potential. While the 2017 10-cent coin was released for general circulation, the Royal Australian Mint struck a surprisingly low number compared to other recent years. According to the latest published mintages, only around 19.1 million of these coins were produced, a sharp contrast to earlier years with figures in the hundreds of millions. This relative scarcity, especially when combined with coins in excellent uncirculated condition, gives the 2017 edition a growing edge in the collector marketplace. As of today, circulated examples of the 2017 10-cent coin may only trade for face value or slightly more, typically ranging from 20 cents to $1 AUD. However, in excellent or uncirculated condition, especially coins preserved in original mint rolls or found in near-perfect detail, the price climbs dramatically. These superior-grade coins can command $5 to 15 Australian dollars, and if professionally graded as MS65 or higher, they may fetch $30 to 80 Australian dollars, depending on eye appeal and rarity in that grade. Even more exciting are proof editions or collector's pack versions issued by the Royal Australian Mint in 2017. These are highly sought after and were minted in far smaller numbers. A proof 10-cent coin from 2017, with mirrored fields and frosted devices, can fetch $50 to 150 Australian dollars, and sometimes more if part of a full year set or sealed commemorative pack. These coins were never intended for circulation, making their condition immaculate and their collector demand intense. So, why should you pay close attention to the 2017 10-cent coin today, even if it seems common? Because trends in numismatics often start slow, then skyrocket overnight. The combination of low mintage, a beloved and timeless design, and the shifting landscape of coin collecting in the post-Elizabeth II era means that coins like the 2017 10-cent could become sleeper hits in the investment market. Just like how early decimal coins from the 1960s have now become valuable, today's modern coins will one day be viewed as early-century relics by future generations. Collectors are increasingly realizing that modern coins in top condition are harder to find than one might expect. Most people spend or damage coins without a second thought, meaning the pool of high-grade 2017 10-cent coins is rapidly shrinking. This supply and demand imbalance is the core engine of rising value in numismatics. And if you're one of the few who stashed away a gleaming 2017 10-cent piece, you might just be holding a quiet little silver powerhouse ready to erupt in value. The 2017 Australian 10-cent coin in excellent condition represents more than just change in your pocket. It's a miniature masterpiece, rich in artistic design, minted with precision, and growing in collector importance by the year. While it may not yet have achieved the legendary status of pre-decimal rarities or error coins, it's swiftly gaining momentum as one of the smart investments for future-focused collectors. And who knows, that little coin sitting in your drawer or coin folder might just be your gateway to a collection worth thousands, or even millions in the decades to come. So shine it, grade it, and guard it well, because in the world of Australian coins, even the smallest denomination can lead to the biggest fortune. Next up, the 2014 Australian 10-cent coin. Though small in size and value at face, this coin is quickly earning a name among collectors due to its limited mintage, exceptional design, and growing scarcity in very good to excellent condition. It's more than just pocket change. It could one day be worth a significant fortune, making it one of the modern coins you absolutely must watch if you dream of joining Australia's growing community of coin millionaires. To appreciate the full potential of the 2014 10-cent coin, we begin with its design, an evergreen feature that's captivated collectors for over 50 years. The reverse of the coin proudly features the iconic superb lyrebird, one of Australia's most extraordinary native birds. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the same master engraver who crafted many of Australia's early decimal coins. This image is both a visual marvel and a symbol of the country's rich biodiversity. With its majestic tail feathers fanned out in full display, the lyrebird embodies grace, detail, and movement, all expertly captured on a piece of metal barely larger than a thumbnail. Coins from 2014 that are still in very good condition will retain sharp detail in the feathers and surrounding lines, making them visually captivating to even casual observers. On the obverse, the 2014 coin bears the fourth effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This version of the Queen is instantly recognizable, used on Australian coinage from 1999 through 2018. The Queen is portrayed in right-facing profile, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscriptions around the border include Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 2014. In well-preserved coins, her features remain pronounced and lifelike, and the fields around her profile are smooth and gleaming. The harmony of both obverse and reverse designs makes the 2014 10-cent coin an enduring piece of Australian numismatic art. From a technical standpoint, the 2014 edition shares the standard specifications of its denomination, offering a balance of durability and collectability. It weighs 5.65 grams, has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.00 millimeters. Struck from copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, it boasts a silvery sheen and resistance to tarnish. The reeded edge adds a tactile finish that elevates the coin from the everyday to the elegant. This combination of material quality, precise minting, and iconic design is what makes the 2014 10-cent coin one to watch and one to keep protected. But the real intrigue lies not just in the design or construction, but in the coin's rarity and market presence. According to official records, the Royal Australian Mint produced approximately 36.2 million 10-cent coins in 2014, a number that seems large at first glance, but is significantly lower than many other years, such as 2006 or 2008, which saw over 80 million struck. As time passes, many of these coins fall victim to natural wear, damage, or circulation fatigue. Coins in very good to excellent condition, those that show only minimal signs of handling, with strong detail remaining, are becoming increasingly difficult to find in the wild. This subtle scarcity has not gone unnoticed by collectors. In recent years, the 2014 10-cent coin has seen a steady uptick in demand, especially for coins that are well-preserved or professionally graded. On online marketplaces and auction platforms, circulated examples in very good condition might trade for $1 to $3 Australian dollars, while coins in near uncirculated or mint condition can command $5 to $15 UD proof and mint set versions, released by the Royal Australian Mint, are even more sought after. These high-grade strikes, with mirror-like fields and frosted reliefs, can fetch $25 to $50 Australian dollars or more depending on packaging and demand. What gives the 2014 coin even more potential is its timing within Australia's historical context. Being one of the mid-decade issues under Queen Elizabeth II's reign, it represents a prelude to a generational shift. With the Queen's passing in 2022, coins bearing her image, especially in earlier years of the 21st century, have begun gaining sentimental and historical value. This adds an emotional component to their worth, elevating them beyond mere currency and into the realm of cherished memorabilia. The 2014 coin could very well become a nostalgic artifact of the Elizabethan era in Australia, increasing its appeal to both local and global collectors. And don't forget the hidden gems, errors, and varieties. While no major minting errors for the 2014 10-cent coin have dominated headlines, small die cracks, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws occasionally emerge from collectors' finds. These errors can multiply the coin's value dramatically, with some selling for $100 to $300 Australian dollars or more, depending on rarity and condition. So it's always worth giving your 2014 10-cent coin a second look with a magnifier. You never know what you might find. As we look ahead, the humble 2014 Australian 10-cent coin is poised to become one of the most underrated investments in modern Australian coinage. Its blend of classical design, relative scarcity and high grades, and connection to a shifting era in Commonwealth history gives it a quiet strength that could explode in value over the next decade. If you're lucky enough to hold one in very good or excellent condition, don't spend it, protect it. Slip it into a capsule, tuck it away, or get it graded. Because as history has shown us time and again in numismatics, today's ordinary pocket change could be tomorrow's million-dollar masterpiece. So, if you're building your collection, hunting for future stars, or simply curious about the hidden gems in your change jar, the 2014 10-cent coin is absolutely one to treasure. With the right condition, a watchful eye, and a bit of luck, this small silver coin could one day open the doors to something truly big, a coin collector's fortune that starts with just 10 cents. Next up, the 1989 Australian 5-cent coin. At first glance, this modest piece of metal may seem like just another relic from the dusty corners of your change drawer, especially in bad or worn condition. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that this humble coin carries a fascinating story, one filled with design elegance, historical context, and an evolving market demand that could turn a forgotten 5-cent piece into a collector's dream. This is the story of a small silver coin that may one day transform your pocket change into a potential fortune, if you know what to look for. To begin our journey, let's dive into the design features that make the 1989 Australian 5-cent coin both charming and iconic. On the reverse, we find one of Australia's most beloved and quirky native animals, the echidna, or spiny anteater. Crafted by master engraver Stuart Devlin, the echidna is portrayed in stunning detail, its long snout nestled between its paws, surrounded by a halo of defensive spines. Despite the coin's diminutive size, Devlin's artistry ensures the design remains sharp and intricate, especially in well-preserved examples. Unfortunately, coins in bad condition may show heavy wear on the echidna's spines, loss of detail on the paws and nose, and flat fields due to circulation damage. But even so, this unique design continues to charm collectors across generations. On the obverse, we find the third official effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. Used on Australian coins from 1985 to 1998, this portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, framed by curls and pearls. The image captures a youthful yet regal depiction of Her Majesty, and is complemented by the inscriptions Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year 1989. In coins suffering from poor condition, the fine lines around the Queen's hair and crown often appear worn or flat, reducing eye appeal but not necessarily eliminating collector interest, especially if the coin holds other value factors such as minting errors or historical scarcity. When we examine the technical specifications, the 1989 5-cent coin remains consistent with the broader series introduced in 1966. It weighs 2.83 grams, has a diameter of 19.41 millimeters, and is struck from 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable copper-nickel alloy. It features a plain edge and a standard thickness of 1.30 millimeters, making it lightweight yet long-lasting. Despite its everyday use, this coin's composition gives it the potential to survive decades if properly cared for. Though in bad condition, the value tends to rely on historical context or collector quirks rather than visual aesthetics alone. Now, let's turn our attention to the historical and production context that gives the 1989 coin its quiet strength in the numismatic market. The Royal Australian Mint produced approximately 63.6 million of these coins in 1989, a relatively moderate mintage compared to other years. While this number suggests availability, most of these coins have long since fallen into circulation and wear, with very few surviving in pristine condition today. This is where collector value begins to emerge. Even coins in bad condition, if they possess unique errors, double strikes, or off-center minting, can still fetch significantly more than face value. Speaking of which, let's explore the current market value. A 1989 5-cent coin in average circulated condition may sell for only 10 cents to $1, modest at first glance. However, coins in uncirculated or mint state, MS 63 and higher, can easily sell for $8 to $15 or more, depending on luster and strike quality. But where it gets truly exciting is in the realm of rare varieties and mint errors. Examples of 1989 5-cent coins with visible doubling, clipped planchets, or incorrect planchet compositions can command $100 to $500 or more, especially if authenticated by professional grading services. It's these rare anomalies, hidden among the ordinary, that can truly change the game. Demand for the 1989 5-cent coin has seen a gradual but persistent rise in recent years, driven by Australian collectors completing year sets, as well as the looming legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, which ended in 2022. Coins from her earlier portrait years are increasingly sought after for their historical importance, and the 1989 issue finds itself nestled in this sweet spot of collectability. Furthermore, as the Royal Australian Mint considers phasing out smaller denominations due to declining use and production cost, the 5-cent coin could soon be a relic of the past, adding a layer of urgency to collectors looking to preserve every year and condition type. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Bad condition doesn't mean worthless. Collectors specializing in junk silver, historical series, or even educational purposes often look for lower-grade coins to complete sets, study wear patterns, or analyze minting flaws. Your 1989 5-cent coin, while weathered and worn, could still be the missing puzzle piece in someone's collection or the beginning of your own numismatic journey. Remember, it's not always about pristine shine. It's about context, rarity, and passion. So what's the verdict? The 1989 Australian 5-cent coin may be small, may be scuffed, and may have lost its luster, but it hasn't lost its potential. With the right eye for detail, a bit of numismatic knowledge, and a pinch of luck, even a bad condition coin like this could become the start of something much bigger. Whether it's through a rare error, historical significance, or rising collector demand, this tiny piece of metal might just lead you to a big payday. So the next time you sort through your old coins, take a second look at that dull little 5-cent piece. It might just be the millionaire maker hiding in plain sight.